Cover your thoughts on rental exclusive titles and their prices.
Well, you're talking about like less than 10 games. You're talking about rental exclusive. You're talking about like Final Fight Guy. Talking about Madden Championship on Genesis. You're talking about Hagane and Super Nintendo.
Sculptor's Cut.
Sculptor's Cut and N64 is usually like 1 or 2 per system. Dinosaur Peak doesn't count because there's no direct evidence it was rental exclusive on the NES, especially since there was the vid cards you can find for them, which means they were in stores. What are my thoughts on them? I don't know. Artificially inflated because there's not a lot of them out there, but a lot of times like the Japanese version, there's a lot of it. Like Final Fight Guy, Japanese version is a lot more common because it wasn't an exclusive,
right.
A rental exclusive. I think what happens with these titles is that it's all about the mystique around these games. Dinosaur Peak, Hagane were games that used to be under $100. 4 or 5 years ago, or under $100, maybe 5 years ago, under 100. And all of a sudden, they get this. This was exclusive rental, and
right?
Then people speculate and they go up. There's games on the Super Nintendo that are just as hard to find as Hagane that cost probably $10, $15. There's games like I don't know, Three Ninjas Kickback. That you're telling me that's Hagane is that much harder to find in a game like that? There was that many.
Yeah, Three Ninjas Kickback is really hard to come. I've come by more Haganes in the store than I have Three Ninjas Kickback.
Even a game like Home Improvement, you find a lot of those out there.
I just had one recently.
But how many have you had? You probably kind of
3.
Thank you. That's my point. These games get this allure about them. That exclusive. It's like the chromium cover on your X-Men comic in 1994. It's like all of a sudden. I think there's a lot of speculation. I think with Hagane, direct evidence where people started talking about. I remember on Nintendo Age, that where people were like, "Oh, did you realize Hagane was an exclusive?" Probably done by people that own multiple copies in order to push the price up, and because they're sleazy asshole, and so the price gets pushed up because they're speculating on it, and they want the price to go up because they probably own 4 or 5 of them. So you got to be careful with anything like that. Just because it's exclusive doesn't mean it's any harder to find than games we pointed out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you just think about it, rental exclusive, at this point, it's all out in the market somewhere. Exclusive means nothing. What you just need to refer to them as is games that are harder to find. They are no different than any other hard-to-find game. The fact that they were rental exclusive does not make them special. As a matter of fact, we had a Hagane in the box last year, and, we sold it almost immediately. But, you can still find these things in box or lose. And it's going to be harder to find them in the box, but so is any other rare game.
Well, you sold it almost immediately because of that allure. No, because it was Hagane, and it was going for a lot of money.
Sure.
If that was a Home Improvement in the box, I probably would have been interested, but no one else would have been. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference.